Hey everyone, Kyle Walker here. If you love cars, fixing things, or just want to understand your vehicle better, you're in the right place. I share hands-on tips, smart driving advice, and straight-up car talk without the fluff. Make sure to hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and stick around till the end. You don't want to miss what's coming up. Let's get into
Empty
it.
bucket under the rear bumper of the car. This is not an uncommon phenomenon for motorists. If on cargo vehicles you can see a real bucket, then on the tow bars of passenger cars most often paints a miniature version of this attribute. In a traffic jam, the sight of such a decoration element acts soothingly on many drivers. But this is hardly its main purpose. Not every car owner knows why hang a bucket on the tow bar, because the roots of the tradition go back to the first half of the last century. There are several versions of the origin of the custom, and all of them may seem plausible and logical. The first hypothesis refers to the period when automobiles did not exist at all, and the main transportation was go-karts and carts. Every coachman considered it his duty to carry a container with tar to lubricate the hub of wooden wheels. It is believed that the drivers of the first automobiles borrowed this tradition from carriage drivers. Another version, which can shed light on the question of why hang a bucket on the tow bar of the car, refers to the period when instead of coolant used ordinary water. The first Soviet cars were equipped with air and water engine cooling systems, and in hot weather overheating of the power unit could occur at the most unexpected moment. The driver would then grab a metal container and run to the nearest body of water to draw water and cool the engine. Modern drivers can easily be surprised by the shots from old movies and newsreels when the clubs of steam burst out of the radiator neck. Tractors and trucks were used almost nonstop, and such a phenomenon was considered a sign of diligence and hard work. Why hang a bucket on the rear bumper of a car? Only the most curious motorists can know. During World War II, such an attribute hung on every combat vehicle, and it was used not only for cooling the engine, but also for other purposes, for washing, making tea, and much more. Military habits carried over into peacetime, and the bucket became a sign of economy. Read also, making a flavorizer for the car with your own hands. Does a small bucket on the rear bumper of the car bring good luck? If in the old days on the back of cars was installed a real bucket, then today we see only miniature versions of this attribute. Answers to the question, why hang a bucket on the tow bar of the car, can be thought of a lot, but whether they will be reliable. Some drivers believe that such a decoration can bring good luck on the road. The version cannot be classified as erroneous, because the topic of omens and beliefs belongs to a special category, and it is impossible to predict exactly what brought good luck to the owner of the vehicle. What you cannot argue with is the fact that the bucket is a symbol of practicality. To understand why the bucket is attached to the tow bar, let's remember how the old trucks looked. The cabin was small, and there was always little space in it, and at the stern the suspended container did not interfere with anyone. Answering the question, why do modern motorists hang a bucket on the car, you can also appeal to historical facts. Real tuning began to emerge in the 30s of the last century, but today not everyone realizes that the bucket was not just a decoration, but a vital necessity. Some motorists do not think about why they hang a small bucket on the car. They simply attach the attribute to the tow bar or tow hook and consider it an aesthetic decoration. Other drivers act on the principle of, I want to do the same as others. They do not think about the origin of the tradition. The iron container is perceived as a talisman or a tribute to modern fashion. Among car bloggers can be found and joking answers to the question, for what they fix a small bucket on the car. The statements concern domestic cars, which need a bucket to collect nuts and bolts that fall off during driving. Read also, what are low-pressure tires and how to make them with their own hands. Of all the versions that shed light on why hang a bucket from the back of the car on the tow hook, the most reliable and logical looks like the one that refers to the times when instead of fuel oil or antifreeze, ordinary water was used. In summer days the liquid evaporated quickly, and periodically it was necessary to refill it. On a long journey, the attribute also served for household purposes, when it was necessary to wash hands or wash things. In conclusion, hanging a bucket on a car serves several practical purposes, from providing a convenient storage solution to enhancing safety on the road. Whether it's for carrying tools, collecting rainwater, or even signaling to other drivers, this simple yet effective method can make a significant difference in various situations. Next time you see a bucket hanging from a vehicle, you'll understand the thought and utility behind it. Thank you for watching, and be sure to explore more intriguing topics with us.